What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick, and I want to welcome you back for another K-pop news video. These videos, I'm really trying to, put out K-pop, or just news videos more frequently than I have been in the past. And just as a note, I guess to say, right, the individual videos that are released during the week are going to be on stories that I can record like a full, I don't know, 5 to 10 minute video on. Any other kind of news that's small that I don't get a whole lot of, or that doesn't give me much to talk about, and I don't think merits much like deep discussion, is going to be included in my weekly recap or review video that's going to be released every Sunday called the ROK Weekly Music Review. And there's going to be a segment for news where we kind of just like bring up the news stories that happened, or some small news stories that happened over the week, give my quick thoughts on that, and then move on to the next. So obviously the topic of this video, as the title says, is going to be kind of like on the effects of the K-pop ban in China. So as you probably know, if you're a K-pop fan, China recently banned K-pop, all K-pop activities and imagery and mention of K-pop in China because of the, I guess, activation or the installation of THAAD in South Korea by the United States, which is a missile defense system. It's designed to shoot down missiles, mostly coming from North Korea. China's complaining and saying that the system covers more of China than it actually covers of North Korea, whatever. So it's not like it covers a lot of their territory. They're pretty pissed about that, understandably. Why wouldn't you be? So, of course, as a result of that, all mention of all K-pop stuff has been, banned or even just like outright censored from, Chinese media. And, that at the time, people were like, oh, this is going to be super, super terrible. So this was back in like July. So, of course, we've had a couple months to kind of feel what the effects are. And predictably or understandably, like I said, people were pretty worried about that, or it was the thing that people were concerned about, because China is the biggest market for K-pop in Asia. I mean, they get tons of people that live there, obviously, like the biggest population in the entire world. So that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of money. They're just huge consumers. Not to mention too that the consumer society, I guess, in China is growing like daily. There's more money that's the marketing in China is growing. So and it makes sense for Korean companies, K-pop companies, music, TV to want to expand into that market and get their share of that money that is in that market. So that's that. Huge consumers in China. Also, as far as like Korea in general, there are a lot of it's like the number one source of tourists that travel to South Korea. Naturally and understandably, that would be, or some effect of that would be, because they're exposed to K-pop stuff in music and TV and stuff like that. So then they want to visit Korea and just do all of that. Not to mention plastic surgery and all this other kind of stuff. There's a lot of different other tourist attractions in South Korea that draw people from all over the world. So there is like I said, like I was saying, the potential for the impact is huge. And like I said, so as we're a few months away, it is hitting the music industry pretty damn hard. SM Entertainment, or stocks for SM Entertainment, have slid from that point to now 20%. Since July, stocks from SM Entertainment have dropped 20%, which is 20% is a pretty significant amount, right? Like that's definitely not pocket change. People who have stocks in SM Entertainment probably are not very happy about that right now. It's noted by a Korean stock website agency, whatever, that China has probably caused about $142 million in damage to the Korean music industry, or to the K-pop music industry, which again, like I said, like this, like the slide in stock prices that SM Entertainment has suffered, you can say that you can apply about 20% to like every major K-pop company in the industry. So YG Entertainment, JYP, whoever is doing stuff has like actively promoting dramas even. So like FNC Entertainment, they got a lot of actors and actresses just everything related to Korean entertainment is being hit really, really hard. Of course, they're not able to sell any of their products. They're not able to like actually get any of their, spread their name of any of their products around. So, like group names are being edited and censored out of TV broadcasts and stuff that they're a part of. So, like if you didn't know already that, that was like 2PM or whoever, Icon even I think was named specifically as a group that was edited out of a broadcast. Like you wouldn't know that that's Icon, right? And you're like, I really like these guys, that's awesome, but the name of this group was edited out of the broadcast or censored out of the broadcast. Don't know who they are. You can't really follow it. So it's really, really kind of at the moment seems to be hitting the music industry pretty hard. But not only that though, think about this though, is that K-pop and music, K-pop idols and actors and actresses are a really, really huge vehicle for promoting other aspects of, Korean pop culture. So, food, fashion, beauty, whatever other sort of stuff, they're used to heavily promote. And so it's not only is the ban on K-pop hurting the entertainment industry, it's also hitting other industries as well. So as like probably the biggest one note or negative effect I should say to note is that More Pacific, right, the company that is the I guess the home of Korean beauty products or brands such as Seohwasu, Etude House, and Laneige, their prices dropped 4% in one single day as soon like when the K-pop ban hit, right, losing an $886 million of value. Right, their stock prices dropped $886 million. Like, was it 1 billion won or something like that? I think, or trillion, something like that. That's crazy. So not only is the effect of this ban being felt by the music industry, but it's also being felt by other aspects of, the Korean culture that's being spread and being promoted by K-pop, by the music and by the entertainment industry. That is nuts. Right. And so then the question moves to, is this going to be something that is permanent? And it's not going to be something that's permanent. China has done this, many times before as a response to many other things, just to ban a country's products or just stuff in general from being known about, sold, bought, whatever in China. So it's happened before. And it hasn't been a permanent ban, so it's gonna come back at some point. But of course, it's really just meant as a political stunt to kind of keep the United States in check, saying like, hey, if you keep messing with things in right in our backyard, then we're gonna play mess, and try and hurt your allies in the area, and you're not gonna like that. They're not gonna like that. South Korea is gonna come and scream the United States and be like, just relax, you guys are killing our economy, like, which obviously is kind of happening to a certain extent, and it's just a thing. It's a power play in the West Pacific, just to keep the United States as far away as they possibly can, because China's trying to be a little sneaky with expanding their territory. And then of course, when it comes down to just the personal relationship between South Korea and China, South Korea exports a lot of like raw materials and other parts and products to supply the Chinese manufacturing economy. So you want to keep that relationship on the up and up too, where it's at least something that's mutually beneficial, that each side gets something. So China gets their supply of things that they need, of raw materials or parts to build all of the goods that they make for the rest of the world, while South Korea has a buyer for all of the things that they make, right? So at some point, some sort of compromise and reversal of this ban is gonna happen. Whether or not it's going to be tomorrow or further down the line in the future, who knows? But ultimately, there shouldn't be much of a fear that this is actually going to last for an extended period of time. So that's basically it. It's this video. I feel just to comment on this video right here, just personally, like I feel like the start of this video was kind of shaky personally, but I thought that I got better as it went on. That has nothing to do with ultimately the video, but you probably might feel the same way as I do. You probably might, I don't know, whatever, but that's going to be it. Just some interesting things right there to like note in actual numbers and like a look at how this K-pop ban in China is affecting, South Korean entertainment industry and other related industries, and just a little question and insight into whether or not it's actually going to be something that is, permanent and lasts forever. Like I said, it's not going to last forever, but at the moment, in the short term, it is definitely, the impact is definitely being felt. So that's it for this little news, for this big news story right here. I want to know what your thoughts are and, your just response to this even. What do you think? What's in your brain right now as you hear about this and read the news story? If you want to read the full article, there's a link to it down in the description below for these news stories. I try to provide the source of my information, or the source that I'm basing this article, this video on every single time that I possibly can, unless I forget. So that's going to be it. If you like this video, give it a rating, share it around on the internet through social media, do what you want to do. Of course, like I said, leave a comment with your thoughts. And if you like this video, you want to see more news and other K-pop related stuff, then subscribe so that you don't miss any of my future uploads. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.